You got 99 problems, but a car ain't one until it is. What happens when a repair goes wrong and the shop that did it won't take responsibility? Attorney Jay Davis is here with some legal options. So Jay, let's say a faulty repair is done, and because of that, more damage is done to your car. How do you prove negligence? What's the way to do that?
Well, you have to prove damages. You don't actually have to prove the negligence.
Okay.
If they damaged your car, you just have to prove that they did it, and they'd be liable for it. Just if I accidentally walked by your car and scratched it with something that was on my pants, I'm still liable for it. Not negligence. Well, it may be negligent.
Can you do that by taking pictures, or how does that work?
You're going to have to. A lot of times, you might have to have another mechanic, a mechanic that says this is the problem, that we can tell that it happened because of whatever error it might have been that the prior mechanic had done. But the fact, for example, I've taken my truck in before to have some work done, and they try to do a flush, tell me that my system needs a flush, and then because of the pressure they're putting in there for the flush, they take out the water pump. So was the water pump going, just happening to go at that point, or was it because of the extra pressure? You have to prove the connection to what the new problem is.
And a mechanic,
a mechanic will generally be the one who could tell what.
Well, let's say the shop wants to fix their mistake, but you just don't trust them to touch your car again. Can you go anywhere, or does it have to be them since they're the ones that originally?
Depends. You probably have some obligation to let them try to fix their error at a reasonable cost. And if you go somewhere and choose to get it done not unreasonably and go and get it done at a different cost, they could probably contain their loss to the cost of it would require them to repair.
Okay.
But if they've made you feel unsure, if they've attempted to do one thing and it didn't work, and attempted to do another and it didn't work, and you said, you know what, I don't want you touching it anymore, at that point, you may have good grounds to go somewhere else and say, I want you to pay for me getting it done right by the right person.
So you can still tell them, even if you're going somewhere else, look, this was your mistake. You can bring that mechanic in and say, you know,
this is your mistake, this is your error, you caused this, and you caused the reasonable price of those damages, whatever that might be. And a judge would normally, if you have to go to court, then a judge would be the one to determine that.
And I was going to say, if all else fails, just you go to court, right?
Right, and it's going to fail with a lot of the people because they're going to try to say that they're not responsible no matter what. So sometimes these things are just too small of issues to be worthy to go to court. But sometimes they're thousands of dollars or several $100s. I went to court one time when I was an air traffic controller for a $900 transmission job.
Yeah, was that not worth it?
Oh, it was worth every bit of it.
Was it? All right, Jay, thanks so much. Well, if you have a legal question you'd like us to answer, you can send it to us. Just send an email to itsthelaw@41nbc.com.